So, Jeff,
Hey, how's it going?
good. How are you?
Good, good.
What can I do for you, sir?
Oh my goodness. So much.
Let's knock it one
No,
at a time.
it's just I don't know. A lot of it comes from being afraid, you know?
Yeah.
Because I haven't done it. But I am just I'm just pulling the trigger everything like that comes in. So
Mm-hmm.
I already opened LLC at the place that I want to start.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously I looked for the stuff that you recommend. There's around 30%, $30,000 homes that they're the value. They're just been kind of abandoned and sitting around,
Mm-hmm.
but they're still livable.
How are you
Um,
finding them?
just Facebook. I
Okay.
actually I'm talking to a guy. Luckily, well, I don't know if luckily or not because I'm not ready. The guy is helping a another owner sell all his portfolio. He has over 38
Mm.
properties, he said. And I looked at like six of them and all of them fit that criteria.
Oh,
And
wow.
they're between 18,000 to like 45.
Ooh.
Just like right there.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have the money to deploy it. I was talking to one, I was trying to get him on contract to start, and then he had sold that one. So
Mm.
because it's all like cash sale, it just moves so much faster.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've there's a couple different ways to look at it. I think in your position, it helps to get the money first, especially
Yeah,
if you kind of
absolutely.
have a good idea of where you're going to get it. I mean, it sounds like you've got that down. I mean, a lot of people they're clueless on how to even find the deal. I actually
Yeah.
think that's one of the easiest parts, to be honest. But
Okay.
um, I was working with this guy, Thomas, and he was worried about same thing everyone else says. I don't know where I'm going to get the money. I don't have the money.
Yeah.
But he was talking about how he sings in this choir and he's a big part of his church. And I said, dude, the money is right in front of you. If
Yeah.
you
Yeah, he
are
has the connections.
You have the connections, you're
Yeah.
singing in front of the church, so people know you, they trust you, they like you. You just need to put it out there. I couldn't honestly think of a better place to drum up the money than a church, but especially because we are providing affordable housing for people. But it's that you have to just have a lot of uncomfortable conversations. You need to,
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
my
No, I know that.
uncle,
Yeah.
I told a story. I didn't want to ask my uncle over the phone, so I emailed him. He blocked me because he thought it
I
was a
remember that
scam
one.
email from Nigeria.
Yeah.
And my dad called me worried and freaking out. And so look, that's what you do. That's part of the deal.
Yeah. So
Um,
how do you break the ice with like family, especially? Like I have a couple businesses. I mean, obviously they're not the huge money makers, you know, but
mhm,
they do make money and they stay open and they pay their own things.
mhm.
But like I still have a job and I haven't quit because of the benefits of the job. And then I don't mind the job is easy and I make
Sure.
my own schedule.
Right.
So in the summer, I have the pressure washing, and that's my business. And
Mhm.
it's still, I just only work it on the summer because I'm not gonna be spraying water in the winter.
Right, right, right. There's a couple different ways to look at it. One, you could now that you know where you could get houses, you could say, I am just going to save up 18K over the next 6 months and just eat rice and beans, as Dave Ramsey
Yeah,
says, and do it yourself. For me, I was able. So the second option you could do is you could have skin in the game. So it's a lot easier. That's what I did for my first
yeah,
property. I had 20 grand. I still needed another 10. And I went to a mentor of mine and I said, I need 10K and I need it in like 3 days. I already had the house under contract. And so, and he said, okay, sure, no problem. But this is someone I had done business with. I had
yeah.
had built up credit with him
Correct.
just
Yeah,
by paying him back. And I was able to make that first deal happen. And so that could help too. If you go to a family member and say, look, I've got half the money, I need the other half, and you're going to get paid back before I make a single dollar. I think it's a
mm,
lot easier to have that conversation. I really do.
yeah. Okay.
Because you're showing that you have skin in the game. Now, if that's not an option, then you can piece together a deal. So maybe you get three people that give you 10K each. Or
Yeah,
for me, I would focus on getting a house for 18K and maybe getting 10K from two
from
people. Like
people. Yeah,
the more you can pare it down, the easier it's going to get, because you just got to get that first freaking
that first
property.
one, dude.
You
And
got to get it cash
I know
flowing,
it's
and you got to
doable.
show everybody that you're not a fucking lunatic, because everyone thought it was a scam. And now my girlfriend, and I kind of do have a bit of the opposite thinking. They say in the slow flip community, oh, your family and friends. And I've been saying that too. Your first private money lender is going to come from family or friends. I have found that it's actually harder to get money from your family or friends.
Yeah, no, oh, yeah, double. They
My
went
two
through all
active
my
private.
businesses. Like they don't even hire me. I'm like, well,
Yep. Yep.
how do you expect
They
that to
see you a
work?
certain way.
Yeah,
They see, little Jeffrey who used to, play in the dirt, not that owns a business and now is power washing, or
right.
that's a real estate investor. It's interesting. Or they're just so worried for us, they don't want to be a part of your failure, because they just are
Right.
so
Yeah,
sure,
that's all they think. Yeah.
yeah, we're involved in this scam. My parents, none of my parents have invested in this. My girlfriend just invested in property number 9. So that shows you how
How
long
long
it
it takes.
took.
Yeah.
And everything has been private money lenders who I've never met, literally one phone call.
Yeah.
Um,
Are most of
and
them coming from PMC, or do you have any
yeah,
you have other
yeah,
ways?
I have one mentor that he has been paid off, and
Yeah.
he's going to, but now he's going to invest in another one here in a couple months. He's
Yeah.
actually
I mean, that's
selling.
not the hard part because like
Yeah,
you're proven concept at this point.
right,
Like
right.
if you see the money paying it, there's no.
So, and the things that I do that have made it easier, one, I can speak very well about, I know it. I'm educated on it. I can speak on it. I do presentations on it every single week. Two, I was able to have properties that are paid off. So the opportunities I'm offering to my lenders are already cash
Yeah.
flowing. That's
Mm-hmm.
a big one too. It's that it's already cash flowing. They don't have to wait for me to go get the deal. Because
Right.
like someone in your situation, you're not going to be able to start making payments until you buy the property,
Until the first
sell it
one.
to someone,
Hmm.
and then start cash flowing, which could take a couple months. A lot of the tenant buyers I place, I give them another 30 days to make their first payment, because I know they just gave me all their money for a
Yeah.
down payment. And I know the properties I get are really beat up. I know that
Yeah.
they have to put money into these houses
Hmm.
before they can move in. So I want to set them up for success. And so it'll take a couple months to get them cash flowing. But I'm not worried, because these houses I already own, and my lenders are already being paid through cash flowing
Other
properties.
stuff. Yeah. It's
So
just that you get that first one, and then you pretty
mhm,
much have the ball rolling on that
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to just lie, cheat, steal, scrape the money together, and just clearly don't steal or lie. But I mean, you're going to have to scrape that first deal together. Look under the couch
Hmm.
cushions. I talk to people. I talk to one of my best friends who, again, my best friend. They watch all my videos. They don't get it. They make fun of me. And then he asked, he just left his job. I said, did you have a 401k at your last job? He's like, yeah, I actually think I have two former
The other
jobs.
ones. Yeah.
And I'm like, you have the money for your first investment property, and it's sitting there. And he has $30,000 sitting in 401ks that he's now not even at those employers anymore. And he still has not taken that money out and at least put it in a self-directed IRA that he can
Yeah.
control. And I
No,
go,
he's
if you
just
do
sitting
that,
on it.
give me the money. I will get the property for you. You have 30 grand. That's all you need. So I think a lot of people have money and they don't realize it. I had a
Yeah.
brokerage fund. I had with a few grand in it, and I needed another. I was short on another property. I cashed out my mutual funds, and because I just would rather have, I needed like 5 grand to finish off this property to buy it, and I did it because I'd rather have cash flowing property at 795 or 895
Yeah,
a month.
I wish I run into this 2 years ago because 2 years ago I empty everything. I empty all my stocks. I empty
Yeah.
my all my retirement. I made my wife empty her retirement, and we paid at like 30K in debt
Well, I look.
down
I
just to
think
pay it down.
I would not
Like
feel bad
one
about
now.
that. I think
I don't feel bad, but I
yeah.
feel like this would have paid up more than that would have.
Sure, you could have bought a house and then paid off the debt with the house. I mean, look, that's how I
Yeah, and then
that's
I
how
would
I
have
look at
rolled it
buying
over.
everything. Cars, vacations. I want to buy it with the
Yeah,
money that's coming in, and then I don't feel guilty about it because it's cash flow, not my earned income. And
Right.
but look, you'll get there, and it becomes easier once you get that first one. But still, I'm always looking for money. I mean, it's always going to be something you're looking for. I mean, you're always going to be searching
Yeah.
for private money lenders and for funding. So you just want to get that first one and get cash flowing and have that proof of concept. So to answer your question, you need to think of everyone, and you need
Yeah.
to talk to people. Like, again, that I have two examples where the money was staring right at him. I just gave you one. The guy was at church. Another, the guy had two old 401ks. I mean, there's just there's always a way. 30K, it's 30K is an interesting number because it seems like such a huge number, but if you're like, the only thing separating me from like really starting this is 30K, that's nothing.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
it's
nothing.
so small. Yeah.
And that's what I tell my private money lenders. I always say in my presentations, this is the gateway drug for investing. If you've been burned in the past and you're kind of have cold feet now, or if you're new to investing and you are just not sure how this all works, this is a very low entry point, $30,000, and it's about as secure as it can possibly be because you're going to get first lien position in an already cash flowing property. And that's about as easy of an investment as you're going to get. And you're going to get those monthly payments. You're not waiting 6 months for the first payment. It's good for me. It comes whenever the first of the month is. That's when your first payment comes. I've closed on a deal on the 25th, and they've got their first payment 5 days later. So, and once they do that, I mean, I also do, I talk about, I send a newsletter every Monday. So, and that's another thing you could do before you have your lender. So I send a newsletter every single month on, people that I'm helping, properties that I'm buying, and you can start doing that where you send, if you don't want to have these conversations, this is an even better strategy than what they talk about slow flip, where it's like you just say you're offering an opportunity, which is good.
Yeah.
But what I would do, and this is what I do, is I send out a newsletter every month. So I have a video of me talking about something. It's called Matt's Minute. Then I have a family that I've helped. I've had an opportunity that I've just bought or whatever. And then I show, like, I'll have a graph on, here, actually, let me just show you. Let me see what I got here. Let's call it my Lender's Digest.
Where's that one? I would like to see it.
I'm about to show you.
No, no, no.
Look.
As in, like, do I have to sign up
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that,
You'll
or you
you'll
just send
sign.
that to
I'll
other
give you the
people?
link. You can sign up for it for free.
Okay.
So this is my Lender's Digest. I send it out every
Yeah.
month. So that's my Match Minute. That's a video right there. The
Okay.
Little Rock wrap up. This is a house that I bought. I mean, the houses I buy are beaters.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've seen it. I've been looking.
Yeah. So what you do is you would put a property that you're looking at. So, like, this is a property
Okay.
that I can buy, and you do the whole analysis. It's a, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 1,200 square feet, purchase. Let's look, 18 grand. And
Yeah.
I would sell it for 69. The monthly mortgage would be 895. And then these are home tenant buyers, people that I have
Yeah.
helped, and I tell a story about them. And then but what you could do is, I show what my actual income is. I mean, this is a screenshot from my property
Okay.
management software. I am very transparent.
What do you use for that?
Inigo,
The
Inigo. I love Inigo. It's great.
Indigo?
Innago. That it's free. They can pay by credit card for an additional fee if they want to.
Okay.
And then, but for you keep it short and sweet. What I would do for you, you would do, Jeff's recap. You would do
Right.
just a quick video talking about what you're trying to do. Then I would do a sample property. Then I would do what they would get. So then you would say that the opportunity is $30,000, 5-year term, 667. So
Yeah,
then
the
you would put the
12%.
opportunity.
Yeah, the 5 year.
And then you could so I do like loan and own versus rental properties. You would just do some sort of graph that shows like loan and own versus Airbnb, like whatever the hot bullshit is, and
Yeah.
why loan and own is more stable. Loan and own is
Yeah.
complete, way more secure
No,
and consistent than any of this
I
other crap.
don't see. Yeah, I don't see how that is,
Yeah.
like. There's no way that you can mess that up.
Yeah. And then I put it at the bottom. It says, as a thank you, want to help our mission to provide affordable housing. As a thank you, we'll pay you $1,000 referral fee for every private money lender. So you also offer that. The reason
Okay.
I do this is so like this becomes a piece of marketing collateral that anyone can forward to a friend and say,
Yeah.
hey, this isn't for me, but I know you said you were looking to get into real estate. Check this guy out. And so now this can be forwarded to anyone. So I send this not only to private money lenders that I work this, I send this to my parents, to my family and friends, because I want them to see that what I'm doing is real and I want them to one day become lenders. And so
Yeah.
they get it. And with I use Go High Level, I can see who opens the email. And my
Yes.
parents and
Yeah.
family and friends, they
They all
all
look at
open
it.
the
Yeah.
email every fucking month. So I know they're reading it. And this is great. One of my private money lenders just replied the other day. She's like, "Oh, hey, I'm going to have more money in about 90 days. What deals do you have available?" I'm like, "Look at it's right there. It's on the newsletter. That's what's available right now." And so this is a way you could totally do something like this very easily. Go on MailChimp or on Beehive, and make this and
Just
just
email
send it
blast. Yeah.
send it out to all your family and friends so you don't have to have that awkward conversation. And then they might text you and be like, "Hey, I just got this email from you. What is this?" And now they're contacting you asking you. Now you can talk about it.
Yeah.
See, you got to
Yeah.
get
They
fucking
open, they
creative.
break the ice.
Yeah. And they ask you, and then you say, "Oh, and then what I would do is I would pull away. I'd be like, "Oh, I sent that to you. I know it's not really for you. I just wanted you to see what I'm working on. But if you know of anyone that would be interested, feel free to forward it to them."
Yeah.
So now
Okay.
their guards down. You're not asking them for money. You've opened the door for them to ask whatever they want without thinking that you're going to ask them for money.
Yeah. Okay.
And now these people, I
And
mean,
I can approach the PMC lenders that way too, because I mean I'm coming out of nowhere and it's like, hey, you
yeah,
got 30 grand.
yep,
I can
yeah.
just be
And
like,
so
hey, I'm gonna start doing this. Is that okay if I add you to my list? Kind of
I
deal.
offer this every time I do a presentation on Private Money
Yeah, no,
Club. I put this
yeah,
link.
I've seen them
Yeah,
for sure.
it's and that dude, I that was by accident. I wasn't even thinking about it, and I mentioned it, and someone asked to sign up, and I got 50 people signed up
Awesome.
because from Private Money Club, people that I haven't done deals with, but every
Yeah,
month they're gonna get
they
this
want to see
email
it. Yep.
until they opt out, and they're going, and I'm gonna be all up in their face. So. So yeah, I am a big fan of that, and that's something that no one talks about is doing something like this. It's a really good icebreaker. And it's such a great the what's so amazing about it is it's like it's a digital flyer that anyone can forward to anyone. So you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So they're not just talking about you. They'll be like, look, that's why I started doing a video this year. I didn't do that before because I want people to just be like, I don't know, just watch the video. He'll explain it better than I can. So then
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
talking about it and they already are putting a face to the name and they say, oh, okay. And so it's great. And but these things take a little bit of time to
Yeah. You have to build them up.
yeah, yeah. So, but it's easy to put together. I do it every month and it's great because I feel like no matter what I'm doing, I'm putting this out there every month. So I'm actively farming for lenders, even though I'm not going to a meetup or I'm not,
Yeah.
talking to someone in the elevator. It's
And how would you? I mean, I guess you wouldn't have this problem because you already have. You're like you're a step ahead, so you don't have
yep,
to worry about the money
right, right.
thing. Okay. It's just I gotta figure that one out because once I get that one, it's just that first one, man. I know it's gonna be the
Yep.
scary one, but I know once I get it done, it's gonna be going.
Oh, dude, once
Uh,
you get the money, call me. I'll walk. It's so
okay.
easy after that. I mean, like I said, you've already found the deals. You get the
Yeah.
money, you have the
Yeah. I'm just
LLC.
afraid that they're gonna go away. I actually
They're not going
because
anywhere.
because
There's
that
always deals.
oh I know. No, those I'm saying those because those are really good.
Yeah.
Um because that I didn't even know about this place and then my sister-in-law moved there and then we started
Oh, you went out. I
and
lost.
then I'm like, oh no.
I lost you for a second. You're back.
Oh, all right. So yeah, we started just looking just to see what they had over there,
Mhm.
and everything is so low. But
What area is this again?
it's Pennsylvania. It's around
Okay.
Pittsburgh. It's like southern Pittsburgh,
The only thing about
south from
Pennsylvania that
Pittsburgh, I should say.
worries me is that Pennsylvania is a tenant-friendly state. So just be careful. That's the only
Is it
thing.
really? I
Yes, it
actually just
is.
had
I just spoke to
maybe now
someone
where I'm
from
looking.
I just spoke to someone that's pretty high up in the slow flip community. She lives in Pennsylvania,
Okay,
and in her 16 slow flips are in Illinois because she's like, I won't do it in Pennsylvania. No, I'm not saying.
interesting.
I'm just saying be aware. I'm
What?
saying be aware.
No,
Like there's,
yeah.
you know,
No, I know.
like
Well, that because I'm from New York, and it's like I'm not doing one in New York.
yeah, I'm in Los
I'm
Angeles.
absolutely
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
Especially for the, I don't want to sound rude, but the type of people that we're selling this to,
yeah,
like they're more. I feel like they'll be more likely to take advantage
yeah.
of that than not.
Yeah, see, like, my experience in Little Rock has been really great. I've only had two people forfeit their property. One just happened last week. He had a family emergency, had to leave. And out of the two people I've lost, I haven't had to evict either one. They've just left the keys on the counter and left.
Yeah. No, I'm sure. I
So
mean, when
it's
some
like,
people are gonna be
yeah,
grateful,
very
but some
friendly
won't.
and
Yeah.
they're very honest, hardworking people. And I got to be
Yeah.
honest, they've been very appreciative of the opportunity to be able to become a homeowner. I mean, it's been a really positive experience, but there's going to be some shitheads. There always will be.
Yeah, absolutely. They're everywhere. The
Um,
one thing that did turn me on into it is because of the my mother-in-law does own property there, and they did have a problem with a tenant, but they did that and they got him out in like 2 months.
that's
And
great. That's
that
great.
wasn't long at all. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
the court went with it. They didn't stuck up for them anything. So I'm like, okay, maybe here's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I think Pennsylvania, the properties definitely fit like that.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
could work. And I think it's worth a shot. Do one. If for some reason it doesn't work, it's very easy to just switch a different area. But
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, you already have a good lead source, it sounds like, and you're comfortable with that area. That's very important. If you have like, do you have boots on the ground or like you have
Well,
someone that,
that was kind of what my where I was going to lead into it. I'm about 6 hours away. I
yeah,
mean, I could go, but it's
no,
definitely
no,
an inconvenience. So I guess I will have to do it how you do it. It's just with an
yeah.
agent, right?
I've never been to Little Rock, Arkansas. I have no desire
Dude,
to
I
ever go.
follow your videos. Like, all right, get an agent, and then get
Yeah,
your LLC, and then get your
yeah,
stuff. And like, that's done. Like,
yeah.
it's done already.
Good, good.
So like I get that done, and I know I need it. You do it with an agent, so I just need to find one. I mean, I have family who live there, so I can
Yeah.
ask around and see if they know somebody.
It doesn't have to be an agent.
Oh,
It
it
can
does.
be
It's
just
so
anyone that you can trust.
so. What is their what would be like their job? You said that they put like lock boxes, and
Yeah.
they would be just
So
doing showings, or
I don't know. The showings, I do the showings. So what she does is she puts the sign out front, she puts the lockbox. I've had some houses like the door jams busted, so she'll have a handyman fix the door so it locks and it's secure.
yeah,
Um, and then what she does is she'll I do all the documents via DocuSign, and then she'll print it out, the signed copy, give it to them, and give them the keys, and then take the lockbox off. That's what she does. So for me,
okay,
it helps because they hear me and they're kind of unsure, but when they talk to her, Lee, she's got a very
from
southern
there,
accent.
yeah, yeah,
So and she's female, so they trust her. She like kind of closes. If people are unsure, she'll close
yeah,
the deal because she's
right,
like, no,
yeah,
it's cool. She's like, this guy does it all the time. He's providing affordable housing, and so they'll meet at her office or at the property, and so they like, okay, this is a real
it's
deal.
real,
This
it's
is a real.
happening,
That's
yeah,
the only thing I combat is people are like, this sounds like a scam. Again, they can't believe it. They're like, this has to be a scam. I'm like, it's not. Like this,
yeah,
you know. And so I've ended up selling three houses to one family.
okay,
So my reputation is everything, and I do everything DocuSign with Inigo. With Inigo, you can send the agreements through Inigo for free. They can pay this all the deposit online on through Inigo. Um, and so, yeah, I pay her, but I pay her $1,000 every time I buy a property. And then she gets, because she's an agent, she can get her commission when, well, if I'm buying a property, because I buy a lot of properties just that are on market. And then when I sell it to a tenant buyer, I give her $1,000.
okay. So is that a thousand in, a thousand out kind of
So
deal?
what's it's
More or
usually
less?
3% when
3%,
I
right.
buy and then 1,000 out. And a lot of times I'll like give her more or just round up or do whatever. Because
Okay.
again, for $30,000 houses, like it's like
Yeah.
$500 sometimes for her commission. But yeah, it's I mean it's pretty easy. And for someone that's an up and I would find an agent that's new and that's just a hustler. And I
Okay.
mean, then, as long as you can trust them, but
It's
I've
the
been
hard part.
very lucky. I mean, she does it all. I mean,
Okay.
she's so fucking awesome. And like, but she believes in what I'm doing. Like we just talked the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
day.
that
She's like,
helps. Yeah.
man, she's like, I was watching your videos and like, it just like, I'm just so honored to be a part of like what you're doing here. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it totally lines up with your vision.
Yeah. So I think, if I could give you some
Hmm.
actionable steps, I mean, I would come up with an email that you can send out. And then what I told Thomas to do that he did a great job of is doing that proof package where you come up with like a one sheet of a sample
Oh,
property and
okay.
what the deal like 30, 5 years, whatever, 12% interest,
Yeah.
like basically a flyer. And then you just show people like this is the opportunity. It's yeah, again, and that's more like what Scott tells you to do. Oh, hey, like it's not for you, but if you know of anyone, can you show this to them? Which is
Yeah.
a good strategy. And but that's what you got to think. Any groups you're a part of, anything like that that you got to have no some
Something.
some
Yeah.
network of something.
Yeah.
um
I actually had one that I wanted to show you because
sure.
I did make it, but I messed it up and I changed it because I was going to meet with Noah Harris,
Hmm.
and he does the flip instead. So I worked right on the same one. I thought I had made a copy and I didn't. So
Well,
it,
you can email it to me anytime, that's fine, I'll take a look at it.
well,
um
I will have to work on a new one, obviously, because this
yeah,
property is done. But it's like they
but
all
it doesn't
just
matter if the property's done, like it's
yeah,
just a
because it's gonna
sample.
be the same
It
one,
just yeah,
right?
it's just a sample. You're
It's
just showing
literally
them
this.
that it's what's possible. And
It's
like
the
this is a
same
house
house in a
that
different
that
place.
I this is the price I could have got it for. Like these properties, because a lot of people say like there's no way you're getting a property for 30 grand. And you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
yes, here it is. So I'm a member, to give another example, I'm a member of Toastmasters, which is like a public speaking
Speak.
group.
Yep. Hmm.
Yeah, and so on Thursday, I'm giving a speech, and my speech is going to be my private money lender presentation. So I'm going
Okay.
to go and
Get
like,
more
I'm
from
not
it
planning on getting money from these people, but I have
if it
no
happens.
idea. They could have, hey, I heard your speech. I have a 401k. Hey, this sounds interesting, but I'm scared to invest, but like you can do it for me. So like I'm taking advantage of every opportunity I have to spread the word.
Yeah.
And that's all you can do. It's like you got to get it out there.
No, I get it for sure. Yeah, I think is that I just need that one. But I have now you've told me how to reach people without actually reaching them.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
not
And
not so hostile.
I'll tell you the same thing I tell the private money lenders. Like $30,000 is such a low barrier of
It's
entry. My
not a lot.
buddy, they're doing Section 8 properties in Birmingham, Alabama. It sounds like a fucking nightmare. Like they're buying houses, they're renovating them, they're putting 100K, they're in on a house 100K
Yeah.
before they're even getting a dollar in income. They have to pass the Section 8 inspector. They're
Yeah.
doing rehab, so they have to pass city inspections, and then it's like it honestly he
Yeah.
calls me complaining all the time. It's really sucks, and they've already had to evict someone because they wouldn't pay their share of their share was $300 and they wouldn't pay it, and he's like, I can't let them stay because that $300 is my cash flow. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like I can't.
You
That's the
have
whole
yeah.
cash flow. And so I feel, and he's like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm all right." I'm like, I'm cash flowing $500-600 a property with no rehab. I mean, like, you know, I don't. I feel bad for him.
They leave and they left it better.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like but I get it. People they don't understand that it's even possible, so they just don't even try. But
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm with it. You don't even have to sell me. The first
Yeah.
time I heard it, I'm like, that makes a ton of sense.
I read the book, The Art of the Slow Flip, and I was like, and I was about to do Section 8. Thank God I didn't.
No, yeah.
So
I so that's the art of the slow flip.
yeah, I mean that's
I
how
never heard of it.
I just joined the paid community last week, and I've got the only reason I did it was because I just wanted to be part of the group
Yeah,
and start going to the annual summit. But I haven't even looked at the course. I'm like I
you're
went
doing
joined
it.
the community. I haven't even looked at the course. I mean I clearly I'll look at it just to see it. But I read the book. I read the book and I was like, that's all I need. I'm good to go.
Okay. All right. I guess I just gotta take action. I know I had a
Yeah.
question and I keep trying to think about it. I just don't
You
remember
can
though.
text me. You got my number. Text me anytime. I mean, I'm happy to help. I just, I really want to see people win. And I just, I know
Yeah.
that feeling of that first property. You're just like, I'm telling you, and in a way, it doesn't really get easier in that because like I'm at 9 and I'm like, what do I have to do to get to 20? I feel like such a failure. I'm just like, if you would have told me a year ago I'd have 9 properties, I'd be like, you're fucking crazy. Now I'm like, my goal is to get 20 in 2026, and I've only got one so far. And I'm like, how am I going to get
Okay.
19 more? And I'm like putting all this pressure on myself, and I'm like, oh, I suck. But I don't know. I'll never be
Yeah, I
happy.
mean, we're just striving for more all the time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's fine.
I guess it'll never be enough. Once you get one, it's like that taste of blood, and you're just like, I need 20. My goal is 139 because that's about $1 million a year in cash flow. So
Okay.
I do have an end
You have a
game,
deal.
but
Okay.
fuck, got a long way before I get there.
Who knows? I mean, if you keep blowing them like this, you can do
Yeah,
10 a month.
yeah, yeah, yep. So, well, I
All
hope I
right.
helped you, a little bit, or at least give you something
Yeah,
to
I
think
mean,
on.
yeah, you did. You absolutely gave me some ideas on how to reach out. I think that's really what I don't know. Because I really don't know how to get to them. So, I mean, just starting the conversation is gonna be my easy way, or
Yeah,
the only way that I have. I mean, I do
yeah.
have the experience in construction. I do have experience in maintenance, like that. But that really doesn't like. I don't know. I guess they will know that I know something about properties, but I don't have anything to show yet. So I shouldn't like force my way in. It's just how
Well,
I feel.
you can do a few things. So there's one, again, this is creative financing. So like I said, you can get creative. Yes, we have a formula of the 12%, the 5 years.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you need to get $10,000 from 3 different people, or you need just you can don't be so rigid with the formula.
Oh
Just
no, I
do
mean,
whatever it
yeah.
takes. Like if they want 15%, give them fucking 15%. Who cares?
Yeah.
But
Thought
you could
about it.
also, leverage me. Like I've got a website with my portfolio and this and that. Like you could say, I've got I've got a mentor that's going to be walking with me every step of the way. You can check him out online. He's got a bunch of properties. So then you're leveraging my credibility, if I have any, but
Yeah.
at least my portfolio. And so then, but okay, well, I trust you, but like, I want to know that you're going to have someone helping you since this is your first time. Done.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Maybe it gives them peace of mind. If you need me to hop on a call with someone, sure. But I mean, I think if you just send them to my website and be like, yeah, this guy's going to help me. We've already had a call and this is now I'm on the next step of getting the capital.
Get in
And
there.
then the
Yeah.
next step is like, you know, and again, once you do that and once you get that money and you're sending them the newsletters and they see what you're doing, yeah,
Okay. All right. I'm doing it. It's
yeah,
happening, man.
yeah,
Matt, it's gonna happen. I'm
yeah.
gonna be calling you.
Yeah, that's great. I know. I mean, and like I said, if you could focus on maybe an $18,000 property, you're
Yeah.
you're you're now $12,000 closer to getting a property. Like that's how I say. Like you got to chip away, get a property for less money, get a little bit of money here. You know what I'm saying? It's just the
Yeah.
closer you get, it's
Yeah.
if you were to have 10K and you found a property for 18, now you only need 8 instead of 30. Like just you gotta work it, chip away.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I can do something creative with the owner too. So like we'll see. Like I'm not set on anything like
I
that.
mean,
I know I
like
have outside the box ideas
you
too.
could
So
even if you have 2 cars in your family, sell a car, get 12 grand. Now you're only think about it, now you only need this much. But then the second you sell the property, it's like, but now you have cash flow coming in. So you could buy a car that's going to cost you $300 a month. Great.
Yeah.
Buy a beater. Who gives a fuck? Or go down to one car. But like the
Yeah.
money is there. The money is
Yeah.
there.
All right. Yeah, you've opened me up a little bit.
Cool. I'm happy to help, brother. I mean, and I'm happy to help.
Yeah. I can think of I had two questions for sure, but I can't remember. I wrote them down. I wrote them down in a paper, and that day that we were gonna have the meeting,
Yeah.
and I was working. We got sidetracked. I didn't even get the call,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
realized that I wasn't getting a call from when you. I mean, does it when you join? Doesn't it call
Well, I was
the
it
other
just
person?
joined. So like you should have got an email, but then I emailed you and I'm like, "Hey, I'm on. I couldn't
Yeah.
find your number." And I was like, "I'm sitting here." But it's fine.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
didn't get. Yeah, I
yeah,
didn't get anything either.
it's all
It
good.
wasn't the spam, and I did go in spam, but I looked for Zoom. I didn't look for your actual email, and I think that's where I messed up. Well, I'm glad you made time for me again. I appreciate
Oh,
that.
yeah, my pleasure.
And
If you think of the questions, just
and
text
yeah,
me.
sorry about that. And
It's all good.
okay,
But yeah, I'm curious to know
sounds
what your
good. How do I
questions
sign
are.
up to
So
your digest?
yeah, I will. I'll text you the link right after
Or
this.
you can send it to me or text. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Yeah. So, do you
Oh
mind
yeah,
if I
no,
copy a little bit of what
I'll
you
add
do?
you. I'll just add you to the mailing list. I have your email.
Okay,
So yeah,
that's
I'll add
good.
you. All right. All right, brother.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
take care and hit me up if you need anything.
Absolutely. I definitely
All right.
will.
All right.
You don't have websites or anything, right? Do you?
I do. Yeah.
No,
So
like for the properties
I have the properties
themselves
that I
or no?
have. So there's there I'm just put my website in the chat at loan-own.com. I just put it in the chat. So if you go to my website,
Yeah.
I mean
Okay.
here I can here. So if you go to my website and then go to portfolio here, all the properties are here.
I see. Okay. All
So
right.
and then again, it's like, about me. So I mean, if you send someone, it'll actually, it'll kind of make them feel a little bit better because it's like, oh, okay, this guy is here. He's,
More secure. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, he's like doing his thing.
Yeah. And it's not complex. It's not a complex website either.
No.
I can
Oh
make
no,
that.
no.
Okay.
I mean, this is all I just update the properties, but so
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
all right, Jeff. Have a
I'll
good one, brother. We'll talk
thank
soon.
you. I
Later.
appreciate it. And you will.
Yep. Take care.